Hey, what's happening? Everyone just left as we shown up. It's got to tell me something, right? Look at this. There's not a dog in sight. Except Marley. We got this whole dog park to ourselves today. Wow. I mean, like, really? I don't know what to say about that. All I can say is what I just said. We shown up and everyone left. You'd think people would want to be here longer. Because it's so nice out today. I mean, look, you got the sunshine. It seems to be half-ass warm. There's no wind blowing, that's for sure. Well, we'll just take a walk around this park, let Marley run. Let him run loose, wild, whatever he wants to do, I don't care. Dog's had cabin fever for the last several weeks. I can't go anywhere because all I have is a two-wheel drive and no traction, no snow traction. All that got eaten up a long time ago. Now I got 2 brand new tires on the front of the truck and 2 half-assed decent tires in the back, so I slide everywhere all the time. Personally, I'd prefer it if I could walk to work, but because there ain't no one to take care of Marley at home and there's no fenced-in yard where I live, I have to bring him with me all the time. That's kind of silly, especially when I only live 2 blocks away from where I work at. So I'm happy that I don't have to drive clear to heck and back just to get there. I used to have to drive everywhere. When I lived in Oregon, I lived in Cottage Grove and I worked in the far reaches of Eugene. That was a 45-minute drive. People tell me it's a 20-minute drive, but that's true. 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute drive from Cottage Grove to Eugene itself, from border to border. But like I said, I worked on the far west side. And that took a whole nother 15-20 minutes to get there. Especially when you're having to... Well, it didn't really even matter. I mean, I used to take the freeway to get to work. And then they built that new freeway overpass. That was a joke. But it made the stretch even longer. And even when I was taking the country route, which I liked a lot better, it was still the same distance. It didn't matter. There wasn't really a shortcut. So that was a 45-minute commute every day. And then back in Pocatello, Idaho, well, you know, I work with the disabled folks, and so I was driving all over the countryside, checking out different towns, going here, going there. It's crazy. And then I had the night job, so wherever I was in Pocatello, well, I still had to drive over to the night job after that. You know, after I became homeless, I just more or less went from one job to the next, because there really wasn't any time to go home. I mean, basically I'd get off at 7 p.m. at night and turn around at 9 o'clock, I'd have to start work again. I didn't really care for that program too well. All night, all day, very little sleep in between. Now I work at a gas station. Once again, I came up here trying to use my education to get a job at any kind of science company that might be available around here. But there's really no science companies available. There's this one science company here in Bozeman, but they don't do any hiring. The people they have hired, and it's just a handful of people from what I hear. What they do is they advertise it like it's a job opportunity, and it's not. They got all these different things that you can do, like you can try stuff, you can eat stuff, you can go over there for this amount of money, you can try whatever product they want you to eat, or maybe it's makeup, or maybe it's hand lotion, or who fucking knows, really. I'm like, it's so funny because a lot of people around here, they're like, oh man, they're like, you got an education, have you tried to get a job over at that science company? And I was like, you're shitting me, right? Like, that's not a consistent flow of cash income. I'm like, that's the same thing as going to the damn mall back in Idaho, and you would go do their fucking surveys for them. That was a joke. I did that a couple times, actually. They had one of those in Oregon, too. You would go in, you would see what they were advertising, and most of the time, well, they had it split up. I mean, sometimes their questionnaires for both males and females, but usually when it was males and females, it was for teenagers. And you had to be 18, I guess. Didn't affect me none. I'm well over 18. But if you had the time to sit on their computers for God only knows how long it would take you, because I did it before, and they told me, let's see, the thing that I went in there for, it asked about a couple products. Do I use them or not? It asked me how I feel about the United States, how I feel about the president. It asked me, I don't know. It was so long ago when I did it. And this was the one in Oregon. They said it would only take 45 minutes. Yeah. 2 hours later, my friend's like, what took you so long? It was only supposed to be 45 minutes. I'm like, no, dude. They give you a question, or they throw you a question, and they give you options A through D or A through Z. You don't fucking know. And then, after it was said and done, you know what I got for my troubles? A lousy $15. What the hell am I gonna do with $15? Buy some fancy toilet paper and wipe my ass. That's what I did with that $15. Shit, that's not even enough money to get you into the movie theater. Especially there in Pocatello. That place is so jacked up, it costs $60. It's like, they're mad. If you're lucky to go see a movie during matinee times in Pocatello, well, you might get away with $15 per person. But don't go at nighttime, because you'll definitely be paying $50 to $60. That's not counting their bullshit ass candy and soft drinks and all that other shit. That's before the fact. And if you're lucky enough to sneak something in there, I don't even bother anymore. Hey, did I ever tell you my theater experience? with Ethan when he was like 2 and 3 years old. We went to go see Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus. I made this costume that looked like Dr. Octopus. We were meeting up with my friends Peter and Elena. It was opening day, and Ethan and I, we always dressed up as our favorite superheroes on opening day of the superhero movies. Or whatever movie. We even dressed up for Captain Jack Sparrow's. But anyway, let me tell you this experience. So I was dressed up as Dr. Octopus, and of course he was Spider-Man. When we got there, there was goddamn Mexicans casing the joint. They were fucks for sure. Fucking spicks. Yeah, I said that. Because that's how they acted. They were white trash, fucking Mexican niggers. You know what? They thought that because I was dressed up like Dr. Octopus that I was trying to be some kind of badass. And they were going to beat my ass. And the first words out of that son of a bitch's mouth was I'm going to kick your son's ass first. You know what I said to him? I ran Ethan into the mall and told him to go get security at 2 years old. I looked at the motherfucker and I said, you lay a hand on my kid, motherfucker, and you're going to be burying your own grave. And I pulled my gun out on the son of a bitch. I mean, give me a fucking break. Goddamn spick, fucking nigger spick. We were going there to meet up with friends, have a good time, enjoy a goddamn movie. And this son of a bitch ruined it for me. I mean, a father-son outing and some motherfucking spick decides to ruin it for me, right? That's why I carry a gun. Seems to be a big deal with guns lately. People seem to think they have the right to blame the gun companies when somebody buys their product and uses it in improper ways. That doesn't make sense, does it? Hey, I'm going to go buy a Smith & Wesson. I'm going to go shoot the shit out of somebody. And then the family turns around and sues Smith & Wesson. That's going on right now. And then, after I found that out, we were looking other shit up online. We discovered that Ruger and Cole and a whole bunch of other gun companies. Ruger. I can't believe Ruger's in the same situation. I guess they've been in the situation for the last 5 years. They've been going in and out of court because somebody used their gun to kill somebody with. Like, that's unreal. Americans can sue a gun company because some dumbass decided to buy their product and use it in the wrong way. Does that seem right to you? That doesn't seem right to me. Hey, Marley's got a friend finally. Hey, Mimi, look. Somebody's come to play. Well, we were talking about this last night, and you know, it's the same thing with cigarettes. Do you know hold on a minute. Did you know that if I was to die of cancer, anybody who gives a damn about me, they could turn around and sue American Spirit or whatever, Camel, Marlboro, whatever I'm smoking at the time. They could turn around and sue that company because I died from their product. How we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Oh, good. I'm glad they're playing good together. He needs somebody to play with. We showed up and everybody left.
I know, I was here yesterday and it was so cold yesterday.
Oh my God.
So this is good. She plays rough, but that's alright.
That's alright with me. He needs it. He's got cabin fever. He's been stuck at the house forever.
No. How old's your dog?
1.5, almost.
Oh, mine is, yeah.
Good.
You're such a bully.
I'd be alright. Yeah, so I just kind of find it ridiculous that it's hard to see, guys. The sun's bright out here today. I like it. Makes it hard on the camera though. But that's kind of ridiculous. Oh hey, maybe another dog's showing up. Alright, another dog finally. Good, Marley's gonna have a lot of company now. But don't you think that's ridiculous? I mean, like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna smoke myself to death, and my family and friends can sue the shit out of you for making that product. That's dumb. Now, there's other things that are more legitimate, like there's a part on our Mustang. It's a piece of shit product part, and it's a part that controls the gear shift. Nothing's always breaking. It's made out of cheap plastic. And it's like, let's say we got into a wreck because that gear shift didn't work properly. Well, that's a product malfunction. So yeah, that's a legitimate reason to sue the Mustang company. Oh, you want to hear this? This is what my landlord said. He said, hey, what if I go out and buy a Smith & Wesson and shoot my foot off? Then I can turn around and sue the Smith & Wesson because their product shot me in the foot. I'm like, well, I'm like, that's fucked up. But that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But if you want to do that, he's like, well, I don't want to kill myself. I just want to enjoy the money I'm going to get in return. Oh my God. You can't be serious. We were talking about how, I don't know, what was it, 10 years back. Once again, I'm bringing up the Smith & Wesson. I don't even own a Smith & Wesson. I own a Henry. I own Ruger. I own this, I don't even know the Swedish company. There's a Swedish company that's where I bought my pistol from. I went and bought myself a .22 pistol a while back, and it was made in Sweden. And then I have a PT 737, 738. I mean PT 738. But I think that's a Ruger made gun too. But anyway, Smith & Wesson, I guess about 10 years back, they had faulty triggers, and I guess the son got injured really bad, maybe killed, I don't know the whole story. But yeah, now that's a legitimate excuse, is to go after a company. I wouldn't go after a company because somebody improperly used the product. I mean, well, hell, you know, if that's the case, there's a lot of toilet paper companies I ought to go after because their paper products aren't wiping my butt. Whenever I use their paper, my fingers crash through the paper before the paper touches my butt. Maybe I ought to sue those companies for that. Too legit to quit. Too legit. What a dumb song that is. Too legit. Let's see. What cigarette should I smoke? I got a couple different ones in here. I got L&M. Got American Spirit. I have some Marlboro. Well, I want to smoke one of these L&M's in here. There we go. It's funny, I was smoking organic American Spirits. Now that's supposed to be pure and clean, right? Nothing but tobacco. Now I'm smoking L&M. One of the gals I work with, she was saying that L&M, that's the shit that falls, the tobacco that these are made with, that's the shit that falls on the floor, the backwash. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. Hold on here. Well, she was saying too, that most all the cigarettes are made with rat poison. Do you guys think that? You think cigarettes are made with rat poison? Hey, more dogs showing up. Yay, Marley has dogs to play with. I'm glad. I was thinking about taking him to that big giant dog park today. But hello. There he is. He's got new friends to play with. He can't ever make up his mind who he wants to play with. I think he just likes running and running and running, like getting other dogs to run with him. Sure is a nice day today, that's for sure. They got all these signs around this dog park saying that impress the one you love. Pick up after your mutt. I'm just like, I look around this park. There's dog shit everywhere. I think it'd be kind of nice to live over here. We might be doing that pretty soon too, maybe. I don't know, we just don't make the kind of money that they want around here. Hello, how are you? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Unless I wind up getting a job that makes 15 to 20 bucks an hour, I don't see us exist here very long. guess that's where I failed. I didn't do my homework properly. I thought, well, you know, well, hello. Hi. How are you doing, huh? Oh, somebody's saying hi. 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 Hi, you. Hi. How's it going? Huh? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. Yep, I should have done the homework better. Then I wouldn't have chose to try and live here. People that I've met, they say 10 years ago, Bozeman didn't used to be like it is today. They said it was a nice place to live, easy living, you could afford to be here. They said, well, ever since that movie, this one lady told me, ever since that movie, A River Runs Through It, came out, everybody wants to live here. And all the rich people come and made it so no one can afford to be here. Seriously, like, rent here is ridiculous. It's like trying to live in Seattle, it's like $1,000. People with money, they come into this town and they buy properties and then they try to get people like me to pay it off for them. It's dumb. Well, I'm about done with this rat poison. I like L&M's. I don't know why my fellow coworker had to tell me that. I think L&M's taste pretty good. And if they are the leavings on the floor, oh well. She said to me, she's like, that's why I buy American Spirits. I don't mind paying the extra $1 or $2 that it takes because those cigarettes are chemical free. Well, that's why I bought one to try. I bought their turquoise, American Spirit turquoise. Pretty strong cigarette if you ask me. Look at these guys. Hey, lots of dogs now. Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. That's funny. We go from an empty park to a park that's full of dogs. Hi, dog. I don't know, maybe in a little while we might try to go to the big dog park. This guy, he's got a stick in his mouth. Hi, buddy. Don't get that stick. You didn't get that stick? She wants me to grab that stick. Come on. Oh, you silly. Oh, see, now all the other dogs got your stick now. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Mwah.